G'day everyone, welcome to the Outside Man podcast.
Hey!
We're back.
Welcome.
We're
Second
back.
last.
Yeah, second or third or fifth last, who knows yet. But what we do know, Cal, the game of the season was on the weekend. As you might notice, I'm currently in my fishing shirt. The rugby league
You're on
season
the
has
off-season.
finally come to an end.
Oh.
Mad Monday.
And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But before we do that, thanks for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoy this episode. If you do, make sure you leave us a thumbs up and a share, subscribe. Follow on Spotify. We picked up another couple of subscribers this week. Welcome aboard the Outside Man. I was going to say Coltrane, but it's not really Coltrane.
Coltrane.
Yeah, no.
Last week's episode went gangbusters.
Coltrane.
How many
Yeah, it was
views
good.
did we have, Matt?
I think it was my clickbait thumbnail that I did.
It was definitely our content.
So,
And on that note, if you do have to walk away, just keep it playing. The longer it plays for, the better for us.
yeah.
So, yeah.
The
Anyway,
more we get paid.
just a little,
Yeah. Do us a
The
solid.
more snacks we get.
So if this is your first night joining us, welcome aboard. And we've got Callan on the end there.
Hi.
He's our stats guy,
Not really, I just
the doop-de-doots.
try to look busy.
We got Chase. He's the cool head of the four of us, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Well, cool because you had a
Okay.
haircut.
Yeah,
Got
my
your-
son did
got your
this.
hair-
My
got
son
your
did
hair's
that.
trimmed.
Nice, mate.
Yeah.
And Jetty on the end, and my
Hey,
name's Matt.
guys.
And let's get on to it, eh? Shall we?
I don't think
The,
I've ever been called a cool head before.
Cool head.
I like that.
Yeah,
Mm.
it might stick.
Yeah.
If you think of any other nicknames for Jason, leave us a comment.
I'm from Logan. I've heard it all. Don't you worry.
Let us know what you reckon. But what I reckon is,
kids.
Cal,
Mm.
let's talk about the NRL Grand Final
Yeah.
2025. The two best teams of the season, head to head in Sydney, neutral ground. Melbourne Storm versus Brisbane Broncos.
Can we talk about how confident Madge was that he took off Reynolds and Hunt early because he thought we got this game, and then they chairlifted Reynolds like he was a hero. The game still had 30 minutes to go.
Yes,
What
they did.
an ultimate
Celebrating
alpha
early.
move by
Alpha. But yeah, look, the scoreline, if you've been living under a rock or
A big
somewhere, or in one of those
That's a
states
big
that
rock.
don't watch rugby league,
that are full of rocks.
they're full of rocks, usually, tumbleweeds. Broncos come away with a win, 26-22 over Melbourne, the more deserved team on the night for
Congratulations, Broncos, on winning the
Fantastic.
Premiership. We don't get to say congratulate Premiers much, and we've only been able to do it to one team up until...
sure. Well, the whole,
And
the
I don't
whole
know if
outside
anyone
man,
congratulated them in the last few
yeah.
either.
Well, the whole history of outside man haven't known
generous.
a
Oh.
different premier.
We've never had another premier.
No.
So congratulations,
Oh,
Broncos.
there you go, ponies.
You deserve it. You deserve to hold. 19 years is a long time.
It's a very long time.
For
Longer than
such a successful team, like most revenue, most
longer than
bums
the
on seats.
Titans have even been in the season.
19 years is a long time to go without premierships. So you probably expected a bit more
Sure is.
success than that, didn't you, from such a
And
big team?
can I just say, a win for Brisbane is a win for Queensland, and that's what I care about the most.
Look,
Now,
can we be honest quickly? Off screen, we did have a bit of a blow up regarding some incidents and inconsistencies, or consistencies, depending on how you look at it. So we're not going to air that footage because, well, one, we didn't record it, but two, it's just a private moment for us to go head to head on it.
I think I got PTSD from that too.
What we wanted to do. I've got a small twitch actually, if you notice every now and then. What we wanted to do was highlight some of the good things and still talk about some of the not conspiracies, but
No conspiracies tonight, Cal.
the inconsistencies
No.
with it. But I think first, should we discuss a bit of the game and a bit of the flow and maybe what we were thinking when the Bronx? I'll start it. When the Bronx scored first, I thought there's going to be an ambush. It's ambush season. They're going to come out because Melbourne love scoring first and love getting out to a lead. In most of their games this year, they'd score first, get out to a lead, and they were just hard to track down. Brisbane come out, got a penalty, ran down the field, scored a try, and I thought, wow, what are we in for here tonight? And then all of a sudden, Melbourne just wrestled back momentum.
Well, they got a
straight up.
penalty.
They got a penalty.
They got a penalty. So, yeah.
Wrestled back momentum, scored 3 tries. In the meanwhile, Reece Walsh puts the high shot on, which we've all concluded by the end of it should have been a sin bin. we also, most of us concluded that Jerome Hughes should have been sin binned as well. Are we glad that they both stayed on so that we could get to see two full teams go at each other? That's up for debate. Matt's probably wishing that they were both sent off, weren't you?
Consistency.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing is that, yeah, if
so you're against you'd rather finals games look like normal round games.
What I would like is that no player be above the law.
Fair enough.
In any game, the refs are there to enforce the law, but they need it's obvious that they need to tighten up their whatever it is. When they see a penalty, they need too much grey area, and which leads to their own interpretation of the rules. So they need to refine that. No one's above the rules. That's why we have rules. You do want to see your superstars in your game, but I want to see my superstars in every game.
Which they did do. Remember, they had the crackdowns on head highs, and all of a sudden we were seeing.
See, that was the other. That was the other end. That was the extreme. The other way.
It's a hard.
Exactly.
It's a hard thing, but there is a difference between. Well, we'll say those two shots that you were talking about, and just a slip up off the ball, or Trindle's one the other week. Anyway, regardless of what we're talking about at the moment, congrats to the Storm. I think they've got to 2 grand finals in 2 years. I hate the Storm. I think my bias is clear. I hate the Storm with an absolute passion. But 2 grand finals in a row, that's a pretty...
They're always
That's
there.
a pretty good... and if you look at their stats before that, it's quite great. And they had a chance to win this a few times. But
I think, some of the stats on the prelims that they've made, or grand finals that they've made, I think they've made it to, was it 11 or 12 in the last 20 years?
Yeah.
But they've only won 4, is it?
Well, technically, are we talking about 07 and 09?
Depends if we...
We can all admit that they have been dominant.
Yeah, but they seem to
24
choke a little
years.
bit in grand finals,
Can't
I would say.
I think
Manly won.
Yeah, that 40-0. Anyway, I think this year's been a bit of a rollercoaster for them. They haven't been as polished or consistent all year. There's been some games where they've got destroyed. It was 4 weeks ago. Was it 4 weeks ago they played the Broncos and they got wrecked?
No, that was Canberra.
No.
Oh, that's
Storm.
Yeah,
Storm
sorry.
Broncos.
We're at that
I
game.
think they got beat 40-10. Was it by the Dogs? Like a couple of weeks before that.
I thought they beat the Dogs. Anyway. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I said this to Jace too.
They haven't been...
They haven't been Melbourne.
They've had some really good games.
But yet they still made a grand final.
They still made the grand final.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they choked, but they definitely turned off the pressure in this grand final.
Interesting.
And lots of errors.
The first half when the whistle was out and penalties were being blown, Melbourne were dominant. Second half when the whistle went away, Brisbane were dominant. That's something I noticed and picked up. Don't know, obviously Brisbane like a flowing kind of less stop-start.
They always come back at the end. They've got great resilience.
They're fit.
Yeah.
So, and that's how they beat Canberra, that's how they beat Penrith, and that's how they beat Melbourne, is by being the fittest at the end of it. Hey, coming back. No lead was too much for them.
Yeah.
We'll stay on the Storm for a little, we'll get to the Broncos a bit later. Whether you think Hughes should have been binned or not, or Walsh should have been binned or not, Liero got binned with 3 minutes to go. That was, he's actually copped a 2-match ban for that. So contrary to what I posted in the group, I saw ABC Grandstand post that Walsh had a 2-game ban. Him and Hughes have only gotten a $1,000 fine, which I think's... I think they probably should have both got a match each. But nonetheless, Melbourne were rattled in that second half.
It was, yes, but they were still rattled. Yeah, probably rattled. They were...
Because
they were still making line breaks, but they're not converting it at the end. So they made... In that last 10 minutes, they still made 3 or 4... They went down the left a few times.
Right.
When everyone's like, why don't you go on the right? Because old mate was off the field.
Yeah.
And even at the end, Katoa goes through. Like they were still going through, but they lacked their usual
Well, Pappenhausen
polish.
made that run that line break on the right side, and he's flicked it back behind him, and Warbrick dropped it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even... It was a little bit tricky to catch it.
Oh, it
but
wasn't.
Still, like, come on.
And then Katoa could have probably just drew Reece Walsh in before passing it. So it was just a little bit, yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, Melbourne are normally so polished in that kind of stuff. Like, 9 times out of 10 when Katoa makes that break and passes it into Pappy, try time.
Yeah.
Big news today, actually. So, what's today? Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
No idea what you asked.
I read a news report this afternoon. Pappenhausen might not even play for Storm next year due to the R360.
Yeah.
And the report read that they're not going to waste their time. If he's going to be talking to them, they're going to bring up the next, whoever that is, if it's Meany or
No, it's
someone new.
who's on the bench? Kinney? No, not Kinney.
Oh,
the other Kinney. Logo, yeah.
Longo.
So yeah, that's big news. Breaking news. Pappenhausen might have played his last Melbourne Storm
Now,
game.
Jed,
Yeah.
there was a front
Very
rower.
quiet, Jed.
There was a front rower called Stefan
Yep.
Stefano.
who came out during the week and said he felt disrespected for the Broncos.
Yep.
Do you think he feels even more disrespected now?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I think that was definitely a driving force for the Broncos. You know, like, I think it was better if he just shut his mouth.
I love it. I love the go and get it. I loved it when Paul Gowan did it. Nate Miles.
Yeah. No, it's
But those guys backed it up.
But if you talk the talk,
This dude had a big chat. And then,
he ran.
what, did he run anything?
He 10 runs, 99 metres.
So 10 runs is all right, but
yeah.
it's
like,
not 150.
Not
It's not
game
Tom
breaking.
Lolo and Gowan in their prime.
it's good for the game, but in terms of
He lit the fuse.
for your own team, you know, like, you don't say those things.
Oh, I love it when my players do.
Yeah, but Gallen always backed it up. He's
Ronnie did it too, and he backed it up.
How many games after Gallen played did you sit there and go, geez, he had a shocker?
Yeah.
None.
Gee,
Like, he was
put in the
always...
effort in.
Yeah.
I thought...
Even when he had a shocker, he thought he was the best player on the game.
Yeah. I thought Katoa was huge for the Storm.
Yeah.
He scored that try for kick. He made several line breaks, including one right at the death that probably got his pass a little bit wrong, or he's run a little bit wrong, but he still made the breaks.
Is that 172 metres?
Meters, yep. From 16 hit-ups. One of them...
Jeez.
Oh, no, yeah, that was... Yeah, 172 metres. I thought he was phenomenal. He missed a few tackles, though. If you go to missed tackles, he missed...
Was that
missed
7?
tackles.
Someone missed
7 missed tackles.
Yeah, so that's a fair bit.
But I thought, in terms of grunt, I thought he was one of
But
their best.
is he next to Howarth?
He's on Jerome Hughes' side. So, yeah, he was next to Howarth, which... No, hang on. Howarth...
I was wondering if that was that changed edge and he was just trying to...
I thought that's is Meany's side. Anyway.
That might be Meady's side then. Right.
Also, Cameron Munster. In Origin, when Queensland needed a big play or a big moment, Munster was there. Kind of felt like he went quiet in the second half of this game.
He was doing his job, but there wasn't that flair.
They kept giving it to him. They kept going there. But
Yeah.
he was great in defence. He shut down quite a few plays, I saw.
Harry Grant was quiet.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Harry Grant was quiet.
Yeah, there
Pappy
wasn't-
looked good.
There wasn't.
I thought there was a
many
bit
dummy
of,
half
like-
runs.
Almost like, yeah, let's just give it to him and hopefully he'll do the job. They weren't working as a team.
Do you think they played far better against the Sharks than what they did against the Bronx, right? Would you agree?
Well, they didn't do anything wrong in that game. There were big moments in this game that they didn't ice. Who was the front rower that should have scored? I don't even know what he did, but he should have
He just
scored.
had to keep his hands on the ball.
The Warbrick drop, the Katoa. So
They rarely kicked Coates.
they could have. They very well could have won the game.
For sure.
So they weren't too far off, but at those moments where they could have killed it,
Yeah.
they weren't there.
If we go to
Yeah,
stats...
I would say,
Sorry, Jed, you go.
yeah, like, I don't know what happened at half time because Maguire must have got into him and...
I reckon Maguire would have just said... We'll get to the Bronx in a sec. I reckon Maguire would have just said, you can tackle anything. Look at your
Yeah.
past 2 weeks that you've played.
But what happened in that? But I will
From
quickly like what happened to Melbourne in that second half? Because in the first half they were so dominant, but in the
They
second
couldn't
half,
hold them, eh? They were running.
Did they even
Yeah.
score in the second half?
They didn't.
yeah, and they only completed, was it 9 sets or something like that in the second half?
It was
Like,
22-12 at half time. And I think I said to you live when we were watching, I said, they're going to need more than 22 points to win this. Melbourne, look, it wasn't the Melbourne that we're accustomed to. Whether they were rattled by the Bronx. The other thing I mentioned to Jason is that, every year, week in, week out, you hear from the expert commentators, not us, but the expert commentators, that defence wins comps. I reckon this year was an anomaly. Defence didn't win the comp this year. Attack won the comp. And Melbourne are known to be that defensive, gritty team. They have points in them, obviously. But I just think they got outplayed. I think they got... You heard Bellamy in the post-match conference when they said, "Hey, your plan to shut down Reece Walsh." He turned around and said, "Yeah, well, that didn't work, did it?"
They're like, "Yeah, what are you going to do?" He goes, "We could try by tackling him."
Rarely do you see Bellamy kind of lost for words after a game. Normally he knows where it went wrong, and he'll talk about, "Yeah, we didn't get this right." Like, he was just like, "Yeah, that didn't work." So
Let's have a look at the stat that really matters.
Oh, yep.
While we go on there.
Dummy passes.
Oof.
Melbourne 21-20.
So pretty even in the dummy passes.
That shows you how close this game was.
Pretty close. Errors. How many? 51 missed tackles from Melbourne. There you go. We were just talking about that. So it probably
11.
was defence.
11 errors. 11 errors to 7.
Yeah.
It wasn't a traditional
penalties.
competitive game. It was like, I think I put on a chat. I'm like, discipline's going to win this game.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I remember.
Who's going to be disciplined enough?
Penalties
They
conceded
were
7.
struggling.
So they won the penalty count 7-4. The Storm. Bronx won the 6 against 4-3. Most of them were in the first half. I think the second half, Grant Atkins, and I think we all said this at halftime. I was like, just put the whistle away and let the game play out the game the way that it needed to. Moving on to the Bronx. I don't think I've ever seen one man carry a team like he did, like Reece Walsh. That performance, and like hearing the expert comment, hearing Gus, hearing Joey Johns, hearing Matty Johns on Fox, like the guys on Fox just say that, like, they're declaring that's one of, if not the best grand final individual performance. And then not just that, it wasn't just a one-off game. Like, he did it against Canberra, spending 10 minutes in the bin. He did it against Penrith. He won them that game. Probably not to...
I thought he was a bit off on the Penrith game, but definitely the Canberra game.
Canberra.
He was the reason that they won that game. He came back. He had two options. Come back from a sin bin and sulk about it, or get on with the job. And he came back and he fired up, and then he fired up his guys. Carrigan was also back for the grand final, which they missed in the Penrith game. They missed that go forward through him, so he was working. We'll have a look at the stats in a minute.
Well, how many times when a team loses their 6 and 7 would you, like, when they lost Hunt and Reynolds, none of me was like, oh, the Bronx are gone now. Like, I thought it would be difficult in defence, but like, if any other team, like the Sharks, if you lost Trindle and Hines, you'd go, well, our game's over. Like, you're done.
To be honest,
You got Kennedy.
To be honest, when Reynolds went off, it wasn't an issue for me.
Yeah, okay.
I thought,
well, because
it
Hunt
doesn't
was
really
there,
matter.
Because Hunt was
But
there.
then when Hunt went off, I'm like, oh, this could be a bit of trouble here.
Yeah. Well, I
because Hunt has been very solid
For sure.
the last probably 8 weeks, really. Especially since Reynolds and Man went. Hunt is, he's really the guy that steered that team through it. He might not have been captain on paper, but he was the senior player and solid, like consistent playmaker. So I think that was good when... I didn't think it was good when Reynolds went off. What I mean is, like, I didn't think it would concern the Broncos, which it didn't. And then when Hunt went off, I'm like, okay, well, this is going to be a bit more tricky.
He is a superstar, Reece Walsh. He's in a rich vein of form. The best thing that happened to Reece Walsh was Mam and Reynolds getting injured in that Storm game in round 22, because it said, hey mate, Madge just went up to him and said, this team's yours now. And he has been unstoppable. No team has been able to stop him. No team's been able to cut his creativity in half. He had a mission, and he was just unstoppable. And this finals run, let's not forget, they beat the first place Raiders in Canberra, then had a week off. Then they had to beat the 4-time reigning premiers, who had an easy run. They had the Warriors and the Dogs, so they hadn't exactly been pushed. Then they have to beat Melbourne, who are this juggernaut in the NRL, that turn up. It's a heck of a finals run. It was the hardest finals run out of the lot. And they did it, not comfortably, because it was close at the end, but it just, when it got to the end, it just felt like Melbourne weren't going to win. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know you congratulated Melbourne, but we're going to have to congratulate Brisbane again, because as a Cowboys fan, it hurts me to do it, because they've had the wood over us for the last 3 years. But this team, what else can you say? It's just what a run, what a finals run, what a premiership, and they deserve it this year. They were 11th in round, I think it was round 10 or some round 11. They lost like 4 or 5 straight.
Reece Walsh actually reminded me of Jared Hayne in 09. He just, everything he did just worked. Like long range tries, short range tries, kicks, like everything.
Cut out passes.
I think since that Suoliti hit in Origin, I think that really
That rocked him.
rocked him in his confidence, and you saw it starting to come back. And then I think when he had to take that more of a stand,
I think that was the thing. He was shrinking back, wasn't he? Like he was hesitant,
bit
and then when
unsure.
they left, he's like, "Well, I've got to do something." And then it happened again, and he
Did it again.
Yeah.
Jed, did you?
I just thought when Reynolds had to go off, I actually thought it was similar to the 23 grand final when Luai went off. It actually freed up their attack and it allowed Man to actually like do a bit more with the ball. I don't know, that's just my personal thought.
Man had a really good game. I know he's getting booed. He's not everyone's cup of tea. I get that.
Yeah.
I thought he had a really, really good game.
Oh yeah. But do you understand what I mean? Like
For sure.
it freed him up. It freed the Broncos.
Well, I don't know what his role is.
Yeah.
man,
With everyone else, what is his role in
I
this
think
team?
he's like a hybrid.
And then when they come off, he's actually gone, I am the 5'8".
He's a running 5'8". So Ethan Strange for the Raiders.
Yeah.
He's not a passer. He's not a kicker of the ball. Ricky's just said, hey, you're going to run. And I think that's what Madge has said to Man, your strength is running. And that was his role. But I think it's, like we mentioned a couple of weeks ago, it's too many chefs in the kitchen for the Bronx. I honestly think Reynolds retires. And I think there's a few Broncos fans that kind of hope that he does too.
And obviously, Walsh has achieved a lot more, but I think he could transition to how Penrith used to use Matty Moylan. He was fullback in defence, but he was always first receiver in attack. And he's a similar sort of player. He was a good left foot kicker. He was quick. He was hard to tackle. Moved around. Matty Moylan's only problem was half the team didn't know what he was doing. But I think he can transition into that halfback, and then you don't need, a superstar halfback.
Yeah.
You just need a solid halfback. Remember, St. George won the comp with Ben Ormby as halfback.
That's true.
What?
He was a fullback originally.
So I think Reece Walsh could turn into that. Well, he is already, but he could be given, hey, you're the main man now. Let Hunt and Reynolds go. Get the young guys in and give them a rein.
well, I think Reynolds is close to retiring, and he's signed for next year, though, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. And
But-
Hunt, what about Ben?
But I think Hunt's signed for next year as well.
But they also got, from Cowboys, Duffy? Chester?
Tom Duffy.
Duffy as well.
Yeah, Spewer.
And you got to fit Billy Walters in there somewhere. Like, until he got injured, he was phenomenal.
He's 31 too, though.
Walters.
So he's only got a couple of years, you'd imagine.
But he's more of a hooker role, isn't he?
Well, he was playing great at 5'8".
Yeah.
And it also sounds like that. Credit to Mark Maguire. Like it sounded like from a lot of the players, and even the coaching staff were telling him, you're going too hard on the players. You're gonna wear them out.
Yeah.
And just to
Buzz Rothfield.
and just to lighten up a bit. And from all reports, he was the fun guy.
Well, it was more like they were criticising him because they had the whole spew bucket thing in training at the start of the season.
Oh, okay.
But it's that training that won them this comp because they were the fittest team come the end of the year.
I also think it was probably more like, I'm going to set the foundation, the ground rules now.
We're talking from the 2020 wooden spoon. Kevy got up there in the doldrums, 2020 wooden spoon. He assembled these Pat Carrigan, the Payne Haas's, these leaders of this team. He got them to a point that he couldn't get them any further, and Madge has come in and gone, I know what I'm doing here. And I just think Kevy, like, it would probably hurt Kevy seeing them win, wouldn't it? No? If you're the coach, you were this
It probably
close.
hurt seeing his son not get in the side. That would be hard.
I just think, like, if... I know some Broncos fans feel the same way. It's like, Kevy deserves some recognition. I don't know. I feel like... But Kevy's such a good bloke, too. Like, you can't...
We got him there to 23. No,
That's
winning
so close.
at 60-minute mark.
Yeah, the Nathan Cleary turned up. But I think, like, guys like Shibasaki scored a double in a grand final. He won Origin, and he wasn't just a player in Origin. Like, he was a really good Origin player.
But that's it though. You know why?
The goatee.
The goatee. It's gone.
It's gone.
He's dropped a peg in my eyes. He's
Question.
got to grow that back.
Is this a team that can go on and create a dynasty? Or is it a team like you've got the uncertainty of Reynolds now? What's their gut halves? Like, I don't know. They're favourites to win next year, but only just. I don't know if I can see them winning next year, just because this run was so incredible. Like, you look at Penrith. Penrith were dominant. In their 4 comps, they were just dominant. Brisbane were like this throughout the season, and they went on this run towards the end of the year and thoroughly deserved to win the comp. I'm not saying they didn't. But can you... I don't know if I can...
I almost don't want to say it because they won the grand final. They've done great.
Yeah.
But my concern going forward would be, are they going to be too Reece Walsh dependent? And if something happens to him, is it going to be a Manly situation?
If Turbo
goes, what do they do?
If Reece Walsh isn't in this team, they don't make it to the prelim, I don't think.
He's that integral.
He was that important.
And it's not even that he's that integral, it's that they don't have... Who else do they have? They tried to put Cobbo in there when he got injured.
Yeah, and that didn't go well.
They tried...
He was alright.
They put Afters in there for a game.
Oh, that was silly.
I don't know their stocks,
Just gonna fix up.
but what do they do if he gets injured?
Jed, what do you think? Do you think this is the start of a dynasty, or is it kind of just like they won a comp because of an incredible run?
My biggest question, but then Penrith were as well, is their ego, possibly. But in saying that, Penrith were pretty, like, even before they won a comp.
They had egos, hey?
They had egos.
They're a rock star team as well.
So that would be my only question, to be honest.
Yeah,
and the thing's that's the question that's gonna be answered now. Everyone's gonna want to beat them now.
Yeah.
Where this year it was just the Broncos, but now everyone will want to beat him. They're playing their grand final every week from now on.
Well, as soon as you
which Melbourne are used to doing.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as you win a comp, you become the hunter.
Yeah.
But also, Penrith went back to back to back to back because of their processes, right?
Yeah.
Their defence.
Yeah.
They would lose guys. Guys would come in and go, "Hey, here's our process in defence." I don't know if the Bronx have the same processes in play. They won because Reece Walsh.
They couldn't have built it yet.
They couldn't have.
Maguire.
No, exactly. He's only been there a year. So if you're comparing Penrith to Brisbane, Penrith is a dynasty and a juggernaut just because you walk into that club, you know exactly what your role is and how it's going to work out in your processes. Whereas the Bronx, they've just gone on this phenomenal run, won the comp. If any other player steps into, like, if any other player stood into Dylan Edwards' position at the Panthers, he'd be half okay because they've got the processes in place. If someone else steps into Reece Walsh's shoes, he's not going to be a Reece Walsh.
No.
So,
and it took Penrith 3 years, 19, 20, 21, to get to that point where the guys coming through knew what they were doing. So it just depends how long this team can stay together for and who they end up losing, because they're all going to want some more money now.
Well, that's salary cap pressures. So Your 2 second rowers are going to demand more money, Pickor and Jordan Ricky.
Shibasaki's got to want to get paid.
I think Pat Carrigan's for an upgrade as well.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, we'll have a quick break and then we'll come back.
But the big thing though, Jace and Jed, this will affect you.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Payne Haas's management has also been in contact with R360
Yes.
and said he ain't getting out of bed for anything less than 3 mil, Jed. And you know what they said?
What?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll offer you more than 3 mil. So
Yeah.
Can I tell you, a company doing that pops up overnight is not going to succeed.
No.
yeah.
That's
They're backed.
What
Now-
Belandy said, I wouldn't
Yeah.
trust anything that comes out of a cereal box or something like that. He
Well,
said.
but in that there was something really good where he spoke about another competition that tried it, and then all those players. I think it happened to Ricky Latelli, and that's how I think I heard about it. And they were still waiting for their money.
They didn't get paid.
They didn't get
They
paid.
got promised, but they didn't get paid.
Now you're promising a lot of money.
Big dollars.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Is it actually union or is it league?
It's R360. It's rugby union 360.
Rugby.
It's a refined rugby union. You know how they introduced T20 cricket back in the day, and everyone was like, "What's this T20 about?" I think it's meant to be a concept like that with big dollars on it. They're allowed to live wherever they want. Like the appeal of it is like you can live in Monaco where there's tax free. Like you can get paid into your Monaco accounts, offshore accounts. There's lots of appeal on it, but like Volandy said, it's huge risk because these companies just pop up
Yeah.
and they just go away, and there's all of a sudden these players could end up with.
It's going to cause a lot of disruption.
And I heard they're heavily targeting Will Kennedy.
Yep.
They
I
want
picked
him,
it. I called it last
They
week.
have thought.
There's no way.
DCE is going to Sharks.
He better not go to the Sharks.
He will play
You
in
did
the
call
7,
that. You did
and
call
Nico
that.
Hines will play fullback.
I'll give you
DCE
that.
can't tackle.
Doesn't
And
matter.
I'm sick of watching
That's why
it.
you
There's
Hey,
no.
do you know what? If they've got all this money,
give me some.
Can we have new cameras?
the
please.
NRL should talk to them about what about like a 4-week comp where it's like just pick the best players.
You do an
Like-
IPL, like an Indian
Yeah.
Premier League.
Yeah, like an IPL.
But then you risk getting hurt.
Yeah,
and
but the
it's
players,
contact.
I know, but then the players can make big money and stay in league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why
I
would
just-
you? What's the draw to stay in NRL?
If they do an ACL and they got to go back to the NRL club, who
But
pays for
they
that?
make $3 million.
So
The
then,
players are right.
so then the NRL club doesn't have to pay their contract for that year, the whole time they're injured.
well,
I
I
would
guess.
so.
Well, it'd be the same with the IPL. What happens if you get injured while you
But-
play in the Indian Premier League?
But that's a separate, like.
I don't know how that
But-
works, because the Heat have players that come over for one game.
You'd go there, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Monaco.
All I'd say is, even if the club got compromised, it's still
Yeah.
Compensated?
compensated. It's still going to possibly ruin their premiership run.
Yeah.
You know, like if Reece Walsh gets hurt, that's the end of them.
Yeah.
So you're wrong, Jason.
Hey guys, I know it's probably a
No, I
question.
think Jason was saying the same thing.
It's probably a question for
Landis.
next week. Sorry,
Are we having a
I've gone on a
next week?
tangent. Question for next week when we do our all-in season wrap-up. If we do one, we're sorting out pay negotiations at the moment. Right now,
He was getting paid.
did I let the cat out of the
You're
bag?
supposed to say.
Oh,
anything.
sorry. Smile. Just smiling.
I'm
mate.
paying Callan.
If gun to
Regretting
head,
it.
who wins the comp next year?
Panthers.
Pure speculation. No one. It's too soon to tell. But
Just gun to head.
right now,
Just say a name.
Titans,
Jed.
Roosters,
Raiders.
Raiders.
I'll go Storm.
Storm.
I think Panthers.
Panthers. I don't think the dynasty's over. Everyone's talking about the dynasty being over. No, we stopped it, but I don't
No,
think it's...
just stop the grand final run.
They stopped again final run.
There's
I
a
don't-
whole generation of Penrith players They've still got depth for
It's
years.
not over. It's not over.
And you wait till the players start coming back, like Matt Burton and Crichton.
Yep.
They've got some money and then they come back.
Dear every NRL team, do not go to sleep on the Panthers next year. They will be back.
Yep.
That's what Arnie said.
Yep. And one last thing before we go. I have to cast your minds back to last week. I made an outlandish statement in the style of Jed. I'm going to support whoever wins the grand final next year.
Whoa!
That'll be my team.
Oh, okay. What about the Titans? Did you can't?
So, Chloe, you'll be pleased to know this, and all you other Broncos fans out there, all 45,000 of you that watch our show, the Broncos jersey's in the mail.
I'll be honest. I don't think she wants you.
I'll be a loyal supporter. You don't have to worry
That's
about
a
that.
very loyal
It's in the
supporter.
mail, eh?
It's in the mail.
Did you get the black one?
No,
Oh,
this is a standard one.
I like the black one.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I'm not wearing it, but you know.
I'll say this about next year. It wouldn't surprise me if the Broncos finish 9th or 10th next year. If Reece Walsh has a shocker.
Well, if I'm supporting them, they'll probably come 16th.
Oh.
So,
Let's just look, the Cowboys.
We apologise.
We go from 3rd to 15th to 4th to 16th. So this next year
do you
we
know
should
what
be in
that's
the
called?
top 8.
That's called a yo-yo team.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
We
That's
are
what they call Man United.
We are a mediocre
Yo-yo
yo-yo team. I
team.
love you, Cows. Please do
so
better
you
next
and me,
year.
we're on.
Anyway, thank you if you're still here. Wow, good on you.
Thanks.
Thanks for having to check us of it out. I don't know what that word was.
Check
But
the
if you didn't like it at some point, do it now. If you didn't follow it, do it now. If you haven't subscribed, do it now. Because if you don't, and we don't record next week, when we start next year, you might not see it. So follow now so you can get up to date when we kick back off.
Yes.
Unless we do next week, depending on pay arrangements. But thank you, and you know what? Have a good life.
Yep, this is it.
Adios. Is that the right?
This is it. Adios.
Adios.
What is it? This is it.
Well, have a good life. That's it.
That's it.
This is it.
That's it. We're done.